So, Jean, last time you were in the States and we visited for a while, we got to talking about civic education and democratic education, and we had a great conversation about that. So, I'd love to hear from both of you. What does democratic education mean to you?
Yeah, thanks, Michael. That's a great question. I think for me, first and foremost, it's about co-participation. So it's about teachers and students co-participating together and sort of disrupting this idea of teacher as expert and always has to be at the top of the hierarchy, if you like. So co-participation for me is creating strong relationships with children. Democratic education, I think, relies on strong relationships with children, with the local places where you are, and that true commitment to engaging authentically with children's ideas. So I can give you an example of that when I was working with some preschoolers a couple of weeks ago. I shared with them a story that I had heard from Aboriginal elders about their concern of the space junk that is orbiting the Earth. So in Australia at the moment, some Aboriginal communities are struggling to tell their star stories because the space junk is in the way. And they can't see the skies in the way that they've been able to see for millennia. So I shared this story with the children, and their immediate response was to work on inventing space junk cleaning machines. And so we took that, we co-participated together in sharing these ideas. And then we spent many days figuring out, drawing designs, thinking about things that were important in the design, and really generating an inquiry around that kind of important idea of, is it okay to junk up the skies? And so for them, it was about an issue. I think that's important to the community or to the world. And part of that is understanding children and students as capable citizens of the now. So really, what are the issues that affect the world and an understanding of democracy in a broader sense, and how can you activate those ideas through your everyday educational practices? Jean, do you
Yeah.
want to add some more to that?
Well, I think what exactly what you said at the beginning, that it's about co-participation. As individuals, we only have partial knowledge, right? We only know what we know. And so what does it mean when the group comes together for debate and dialogue, for shared dialogue? And I think your example is a really good way of showing that when we come together as the group and we have dialogue and we debate, when we create that public around the issue and we create the conditions for that to happen, that's when some really interesting and exciting ways to respond to what's happening in our world happen. And again, teaching is always political. I know I said that at the beginning, but when we make the choice to view children and adults co-participating and as capable contributing citizens, we make choices in how we practice, in the structures that we create, in the pedagogies that we enact, in the concepts that we're engaging with. So I think first and foremost, when we start to say, when we begin with understanding that children, teachers, communities are capable in contributing, we change the way in which education is constructed. So yeah, I think it's about those things. But Maxine says that Maxine Green, who when I was at Teachers College, I worked with, she says that, or she said that I don't want to change the world. I just want to start a conversation. And so these are ways in which we start conversations when we think about that we're a group and that we're co-participating together.